I would have to agree.
Anyway, you know if anyone else is in here?
There's just the two
Uh,
cooks in the back working. That's all that Merc could
well, he
see.
was asking me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just letting
No,
you
it's-
know as well that it's just them still.
Oh, got it. No, it's just the two cooks over there.
Tried to talk to him yet?
No, they seem busy. They don't need that.
We'll see about that.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna walk in, see if they're willing to talk while they're working.
Uh, the main cook is very busy. The other kind of like line cook looks over at you. Yeah, what do you want?
Heard any news lately about, well, anything going on around here?
Roll inquiry for me.
Because I made such a good role play right there.
Yeah, if you really want me to inquire for you, my inquiry is 57.
I've got an inquiry of 53, so I'm pretty good to go. This is supposed to be my job, but
For whatever reason, I thought yours was 33.
well, I mean, my fellowship's like 33, but I'm
You have inquiry plus
putting
20?
now. Yeah,
Oh wow, good job.
of course it all feels like I've wasted the experience I put in that. Right
Does it keep
now.
rolling 90s?
Your
I was
inquiry
in
jams.
90. Holy shit!
Yeah.
God damn it!
Anyways, the cook looks over at you. I heard that there's some new teas coming out from the east, almost as good as Northern coffee or Merdu wine, from what I've heard. And the other chef, like elbows him, and he gets back to work cutting vegetables.
My apologies for taking up your time. So I sigh and look kind of dejected as I walk back. Strike number 2. We have one more try.
Good. So, Slate, what are you up to?
I think I'll do another science test.
Alright, go for it. You don't feel anything from the warp on the boat. Again, you can see in the distance, it grows further away. The weakening of the veil.
So we're going away from this thing, not towards it?
Yes, you're going away from it.
Interesting. And where are we going towards again?
Urzala.
Ursula. Right. Because these are all islands. Okay. I already forgot. What was the significance of these blue boxes?
That's above deck.
They can see the sun. It's considered above deck if they're in the blue boxes.
Okay.
Or to be on top deck.
Well, if we're going towards Karzala, do I have like a general idea of where that warp is that I'm seeing?
North?
North?
Probably. You're kind of turned about in the cabin. You're not entirely sure. But probably north.
Okay. Well then, I'll look to Flint and say, I'm gonna explore on the deck for a while.
Alright, have fun.
And, yeah, I'll make my way towards the deck.
Okay. Flint, what are you gonna do?
As I hear him walking down the hallway, I yell out, "Do you want a buddy?"
Did I hear him?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll yell back, sure.
Alright. I take my rifle off in my backpack, so I just have my pistol on me. And my sword and my knife, and I follow him up.
Okay. You guys make your way onto the deck, pushing past a couple of the crewmen. And look out at the expanse of the sea. The salt air smells amazing. What would you like to do now that you're on the deck? It's a couple of crew working about, doing their stuff.
Are there a lot of people on the bow of the ship?
There's just one or two guys going about tinkering on the bow.
Hmm. I guess, is there anywhere I could kind of, like, hide myself?
No, not particularly well.
No? Hmm.
Not unless you, like, climbed up to the crow's nest and pushed the dude off. But even then, you
Okay.
wouldn't be very hidden. It's just people probably wouldn't look up for you.
Hmm.
I mean, besides,
Well, they would when they saw the body coming down.
they would when they heard the scream, but after that, they wouldn't really care.
Splat. Okay.
We know the boat's about 30 meters long, but how wide is it?
Like 10 meters or so.
Okay.
I guess looking about. I guess, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to find a very. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna watch the people as they're going back and forth, observe their pattern,
Okay.
if they have one, for like
Uh,
an hour.
Alright. Yeah, it's fairly erratic. Most of them just seem to be doing, like, minor repairs or swabbing the deck. There isn't anybody outside of the captain and the guy steering the ship up on the quarterdeck and the man in the crow's nest that have any consistency to them. Most of them just seem to either be shuffling cargo or tools to repair around.
Mm.
Some are adjusting sails and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I take it you're just giving that to me then? I'm not spending an hour doing that, or?
You're going to spend that time doing that.
Oh, okay.
Fully denote that. Joanna, what do you want to do now?
Try number 3, baby.
Okay.
Alright, but need my map. Map. Go away. There we go. I have an edge. First off, I'm just gonna go around the ship, seeing if I can find anyone that looks talkative.
Okay.
Anybody.
All right.
Pray to the Emperor.
Yes, you walk around the ship for a while, and you end up in the going down into the hold, and you see a couple of women near the. I forgot what that's called that attaches to the rudder, but they're basically dealing with the rudder and the mechanisms of the ship. One of them looks over at you and smiles kindly.
Oh, thank God.
Yep. Emperor.
So yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So gonna chat her up.
Okay. Yes, you approach the two women working on the machinery. The short, bubbly girl looks over at you. Hi, I've never seen you. Are you new to the crew?
No, passenger going down to Karzala.
Oh, you're the... And the other woman just nudges her really sharply. Passengers.
I give them an odd look, but yes.
What can I do for you?
Well, I was wondering if you had a minute to talk.
She looks over at the older woman, who nods slowly. Yeah, sure, what do you need?
Go through it again, ask her about the news, ask her about the seas.
Alright, roll inquiry
so-
plus 20.
Yeah, something hopefully a bit more useful than the kinds of tea that
Are you kidding? That is... No!
I mean, I understand it's important, just...
That is all the cook will ever care
I don't
about.
give a shit. Well,
Anyways.
the cook is wrong.
Make the roll. Make the fucking roll. Come on, let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go,
that's
let's
what
go, let's go, let's go,
I'm
let's go,
holding
let's
up
go.
my...
Come on,
Don't you start
come
with
on,
me.
let's go.
You're making the GM angry. Stop it.
T.
Making the GM angry is the funnest part of
Oh
this.
my god, Zach, there's so much tea.
Making the
Oh,
GM
thank
angry.
God.
Wow,
Making the
he
GM
fucking
angry is
nailed
the
that
funnest part
roll.
of this. And then the Kraken explodes out of the bottom of the ship. Because f
Good game,
you,
everybody.
Devin.
Good game.
Rang my doorbell at fucking 10 o'clock.
Good.
Ryan, don't get raped.
Man of action.
Anyways, since you did so well, specifically, what kind of stuff do you want to hear about? Like, how would you guide the conversation? She tells you that the seas have been fairly calm recently. The ship's been in high spirits for the most part.
So, I want to know if she's heard about any concerning news from the islands or the mainland or anything like that, really.
Roll a d3 for me.
Huh.
You get 3 rumors. Good for you.
Sweet.
Yeah, no, I've heard some rumblings that the sisters want to go to war with the Rankin. I don't know how they'd manage it. It's probably nothing but talk, really.
The sisters?
Yeah, the 5 sisters in the wilds.
You'll have to forgive me. I'm a bit ignorant on this.
It's a archipelago in the southwest
Oh, there we
of
go.
the planet of Valanthia. The 5 sisters are 5 towns that have amassed a decent amount of power in the wilds and formed into one kind of centralized government out there.
Do you think they'd be able to do well in something like that?
I don't know. They might be able to harass some of the trade routes, but I couldn't imagine them actually going to straight up war. I mean, there's no way they'd have the weaponry to take on the Rankin.
And has the ship ever gone out that way, or do you mostly stay...
Oh, mostly we go from Seagate all the way up to Rank.
Alright, so you stay near the mainland then.
Yes, that's mostly where the captain likes to trade.
Safer that way?
Just easier. He knows it very well, as opposed to branching out anywhere else.
I gotcha. So I'm gonna look around the hold real fast. What does it look like they're doing? Actually steering the ship, or...
No, they're more or less just, it looks like they're making sure nothing goes wrong with like the steering and the rudder. She's also handling like when the cargo comes in, the older one is kind of pointing out where she wants it.
So they're keeping things
They're
nice
making
and tidy down
yeah.
here. Okay.
Do you want your second rumor now?
Oh, right, there are 3 of them. Sure, go ahead.
Alright. Which of these places would you like to hear about most? Artsdorf, Graia, or Seagate?
Since let's go with Artsdorf. Since we're gonna have to go through there anyway.
No way.
No, you're not. Well,
Oh, we're
if
not?
you're coming, if you're coming back, you will, but not.
Coming back, yeah. Well, in that case, we're planning on going to Seagate, right?
Danny's getting
No,
used.
you're going to Karzala,
Oh,
and then
no.
you're jumping from Karzala. Like if you pointed to a straight line from Karzala to Graia, that's where the boat's going.
Okay, in that case, let's find out about Artsdorf, since we're probably gonna have to go through there at some point.
Okay. Crap, what was that? I heard that a trader out of Artsdorf was caught with one of those magical rods the Rankin are so upset about. The stupid fool tried to use it on one of the stepsons. They carved him up so well they probably could have fed him to to his family, and they'd have never known it.
Magical stick rods? Fuck, what'd you say? Magical
A
something?
magical rod? Yeah, the Rankin
Okay.
seem really intent on hunting down any magical items, and I guess this trader found one and decided to attack the Sacred Band.
Sacred Band?
Yeah, the
Seeing like a Mass Effect dialogue wheel right now.
I know, right? The Stepsons. Surely you've heard of them. They're the elite of the Rankin military.
And some of them are down in Artsdorf?
Yes. Well, most often they hold the line between Sanctuary and the Lunar Empire, and Artsdorf and Rentair.
That's one thing we need to worry about. But please, go on.
Do you want the next rumor?
Sure.
Okay. Let's see. I'm just gonna let randomness decide this for you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You know, I haven't heard anything out of Britannia for a long time. I wonder if they're okay.
What do you what are the kinds of things you've heard out of Britannia in the past?
Nothing, but I mean, I've usually heard some news from most of the major cities when we go into port, but no one's heard anything about, or I haven't heard anything about Britannia in the last 3 or 4 times we've stopped.
So it's just that no one said anything, or they've actively said they haven't heard anything?
I've asked, and no one's heard anything from there.
That. All right. Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, of course. Anytime, feel free to come back.
Oh yeah. And actually, what's your name?
It's Creakin.
I'm trying to place the nationality of what Creakin would be. Just like real world kind of thing, and yeah, I'm drawing a blank.
I would
Anyway.
probably go with northern, like north of Germany.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like friggin' names I can't think of right now because it's late, so we're not going to worry about that.
Finnmark.
Finnmark, yes, that is totally a place.
It is a place.
Yeah,
We looked it up. It's a place.
Fucking serious?
It is the laziest named place I've ever heard, but it's a place.
That's amazing.
Anyways, what do you want to do now? Or no, that's your time done.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you in a bit.
fine.
Merc.
Merc's pretty much still doing the same thing.
Okay. Let me know if anything changes. Okay.
What?
All right, Blank. What are you up to?
Well, their movement is really erratic. I go to the edge of this. Like, I'll go to the rail, or
Mm-hmm.
I assume there's a rail. Yeah,
Nope. Top of the boat's flat.
that'd be fun. Oh my God, a wave! Ah.
Rogue wave. Everyone's off the boat.
This is
Every-
why you
every
gotta get
dead.
on the boat.
Anyways, what do you want to do?
Flint, I need you to stand behind me for a second.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and sit down and do another sciences test.
If you want to try and hide the Senescence test, you can do it with a -10 because it's a fairly easy action.
No, I'm just gonna have him stand in front of me while I'm looking out towards the ocean.
Okay, go for it. Oh, first, to which direction are you looking out?
Towards the ocean?
Which direction? There is
Oh.
ocean around the entirety of the boat.
I don't know.
What?
I guess I'm on the port side of the boat?
North, south, east, or west, motherfucker.
West?
If you're going by port, then that is the left side of the boat. You're looking east.
Well, there you go. Then I'm looking east.
Okay. Let's see. You don't see much, but in the distance, in the northeast, almost directly behind the boat, you see the weakening of the veil.
Northeast. That means we're going towards it then? I thought you said we were sailing away from it.
You're heading southwest.
Oh, are we?
Yeah. Rank is the most northern thing.
Okay.
South is Seagate. The
That works
east,
for me.
The east is toward Azura, and Mordu is in the west.
I kind of wish I had logic right now. Would be kind of helpful. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And what time of the day is it right now?
It's past noon.
It's just barely past noon?
No, I mean it's afternoon. You don't have a watch, so you can't tell
Oh,
time
right.
directly.
We're all retarded.
It's getting towards the evening. Like it's
Alright. Interesting. Well, I don't really have anything fun to do, and I'm no longer useful. Hmm. There's no, like, armory on here. There's just the hold.
no, it's a cargo boat.
And we're... Yeah. Okay.
Yes, and Danny, despite never ever moving his character, is there. God, you're lazy. What is there anything that you want to do?
keep standing behind him.
Okay.
Alright. Well, I guess
Unless he's done.
yeah, I'll stand up and say I'm good. Um. I don't have much else to do, so I guess I'll go ahead and turn to him and go, Flint, we seem to be sailing away from something interesting
Something.
regarding the warp.
Oh. What kind of interesting stuff?
The veil between the physical world and the immaterium is weakening, and I'll point in the direction I saw it.
And that's
That
where
direction.
and that's where we came from, right?
Yes,
Kind of.
that is.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
the general direction of where you came from, yes.
So, what about the direction we're headed?
Was that directed at me or the GM?
You.
Oh. I don't see anything but that mass that's in that direction.
Well, is it possible that we're being misled by Tempest and he's steering us in the opposite direction so we don't mess with his stuff?
Potentially.
He just doesn't know. There's that one too.
Also potential. He certainly did seem to want to get us out of the city pretty quickly, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Well, I'd let Johanna know as soon as you can. Unless you want to keep it a secret and just wait till we get to the wilds or
Kurzala.
Kurzala.
I'll keep peering into the veil and see if I see anything else interesting, but I'll let him know it, or let her know. Because Joanna's a woman.
Mm-hmm.
At the dinner.
Okay. I'm down with that. Or I'm okay with that.
Alright. Is there anything else that you wanted to do or talk about?
No, I think.
Alright, so
No, there's nothing else interesting.
we're gonna do a 10-minute break.